We are live.
Okie
Hello, friends.
Hello. Can you hear the munch?
No.
Okay. I'm munching on the snacks, and I wasn't sure how loud that was coming through. I said I was going to finish this picture. I did not. Oops. Oh, it would help if I got that little. But yeah, it is a Friday. I finally. Hello, Strix. Happy Friday, yes.
Strixie Poo! Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
Oh.
My friend Steven asked what I was streaming, and I was like, oh, let's me and my friend do arts and chats. He's like, arts, chats, wine, dime. Not dime, dime.
If it was late in the day, I would 100% grab another. I would grab a glass of wine.
If it was later in the day, this coffee wouldn't be black.
Yeah. I'm actually drinking coffee too. I got my.
It would 100% have Bailey's in it.
Mm-hmm. It's Friday. Gotta celebrate somehow.
Right.
I'm finishing up my. I bought Pulp 716 coffee last night, and I told myself that I gotta finish it. I always get the same thing, but most of the employees there know my order.
Okay, but same. You know, because that's you and I talked about this the other day when you said you were going to see Amy. I take it she didn't tell you, or you forgot.
She wasn't in. I forgot to mention that she wasn't in, so I ended up just messaging her later, and then by the time I had messaged her later, I forgot about the Madeline.
Aw, man. That's okay. It wasn't super important. I get a craving for it like constantly, and I would love to be able to make it for myself because I'm not in town. Like, know my ass is gonna go in there to get their coffee if I was living there.
I should ask the manager's name is also Alyssa. I believe it's spelled the same way and everything. I should ask her. She probably would tell me.
I was gonna say, it's not for any other purpose other than, like, I live out of town and I would like to make this coffee for
Please.
myself.
Yeah, please.
Like, I'm not, like, that's literally the only reason I want to know. I'm not gonna go and tell anybody. I'm not gonna try to sell it. Like, I will tell people, like, it is, I mean, y'all know, I talked about it for, I don't even fucking know how long last time. I fucking love that Madeline coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's
got that
so
buttery
good.
taste to it. Yeah,
it
that buttery
literally
taste.
Tastes like crushed up butter cookies in coffee, and it is incredible.
Oh, which reminds me. So, Jake and I went to the Asia market yesterday, and it's you guys, it's funny
in your fucking Asian market teas, like.
Well,
they teased me yesterday.
Yeah. So what happened was, it was funny because, like, Jake wanted. Oh, hello. Both cats are staring at me. Hi.
Mother.
That's
Mother.
Okay. I think it's because I kicked Jake out of the room. I was like, hey, I'm streaming in a bit, and he was like, oh, okay. And then he sat down for a meeting, and then he turned around, and I was like, I'm streaming, and he's like, oh shit, right? And then so he got up and moved rooms with the computer.
Oops, my bad.
But anyway, I think they're mad because Cleo was sitting on his desk staring at me, and then he's on the Flint's on the cat tower, which Jake has moved to the window, and they were both staring at me. Cleo's now trying to bust inside his desk. Hey, what are you doing?
Why, hey. Cleo?
She's trying to steal shit out of his desk. Anyway, I digress. So, what was it? Wednesday night, both Jake and I had a bit of a rough afternoon. We both had headaches. He was getting a migraine. I
remember.
Just anxiety hit me hard. So we ended up going. We both took meds and went. And he kind of just learned. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take off tomorrow to be safe. And I was like, that's a good idea. So by the time I had gotten up, he likes to go to the one of the nature reserves.
Yeah.
And take pictures. I was
gonna say, you guys are at TIFF a lot.
He's at TIFF a lot. Yeah, I've only been to TIFF a couple of times, which is fine. He likes to get up at either the butt crack of dawn and go take pictures, and I am not about that life.
Are any of us really?
So he ended up going, and by the time I had woken up, it was lunchtime, because I'm a night owl. I wake up at noon.
Me. Guess it ran out again.
Oh, the cartridge again.
Yeah, that's because I've been making chains, so the torch is on a lot longer.
Yeah.
I really need a bigger torch or a bigger canister than this. That is upsetting. Sorry.
No, you're good. So by the time he had woken up, I was like, "Are you okay with going right back out? Because we could go get lunch and go to Pulp, and then we can." And he goes, "Yeah, I actually also want to buy some shelving for above your desk, because I have a shitload of Gundams and like other figures that we've run out of places to put them, because we either have too many fucking books or just there's not enough in the cases, in the IKEA display cases behind me. So, and I have a lot of stuff in the basement still from, even though we've been in this house for, there was a sneeze.
The Gundam dungeon?
Yeah, the Gundam
dungeon. The Gundam dungeon.
Oh, sorry, I had a sneeze there, and then it like went right back up. So okay, so I guess that's my sinuses are going to save that for later. Oh no, I need Kleenex in a second. But anyway, he goes, "Yeah, I want to get some shelving so you can start putting some of your figures up, because I have a shitload of Halo figures that I have nowhere to put them, and Gundam and stuff like that." So we ended up.
I would like you guys all to know and understand that when I say Gundam dungeon, I legitimately mean they have a small room in their basement that is just full of Gundam figures. Like, just not, they're not built yet, but the kits are there.
Hey, now there's some of them are built, and there's comics in there too.
Okay, from what I saw, none of them were built. It was just piles and piles of Gundam kit boxes. Gundam dungeon.
So, some of the Gundam are built, but they're back in boxes wrapped up, because that's the best way to transport them. There are a lot of unbuilt kits that are Jake's. Mine are all upstairs. His are downstairs. And then we have a bunch of Gundam kits we've inherited from a friend who passed away about 4 years ago now. So when he passed away, everybody kind of like took a handful of the kits to just kind of like, because nobody had room. Well, that and like, also like, I actually have a little shrine to him in one of those display cases of the stuff that he built. But he had a lot of unbuilt stuff, because every model builder has their backlog. And so everybody took like a handful of stuff to kind of just like keep safe and hang on. Yeah. Because then what we're gonna do is we have the local club, the Gunpla Club, we're like, well, he would have wanted these to go towards like raffles for the club and stuff, like have somebody like new win like a raffle for a new Gundam or something. So it's just kind of like there's that down there. Yeah, there's the comics. It's actually, the room is one of those, like, it's a cedar closet, so it's raised up a little. So when it inevitably, like, the basement in Western New York floods, yeah, exactly. it's not affected. And thank God too, because it actually worked the last time we had really bad flooding and water was literally pouring into the basement. But to digress again, we went to Home Depot yesterday. Lowe's first. They didn't have, we wanted to do track shelving above my desk. They didn't have it everything for it. They had the wood, but they didn't have like the actual track shelving and the like actual like prongs to hold it.
Gotcha.
The shelves. So we ended up going to Home Depot, and in the same lot is the Asia market. So I just turned to him like, we're going to the Asia market. We never like, we're always in that section, but we never turn the other way to go towards that plaza. So I was like, gotcha. Oh, we're 100% going to the Asia market. And I just fucking splurged. Jake's like, most of this is junk food. I'm like, I know.
And what is your point, sir?
Yeah. So I got the really good ginger tea it's honey ginger crystal. It's called Prince of Peace. It's so good for it's an herbal tea. So it's really good for clearing the sinuses, and like, it's just a warming drink. It's so good.
I love stuff like that, especially for like when my stomach's upset.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's perfect if you're sick.
I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad because the lemon ginger tea that I was buying, it was just like the cheap shit from Walmart, but they changed it so now it has probiotics in it.
Oh.
Which is completely unhelpful when I have a stomach ache and I'm trying to settle the stomach, and the probiotics are just making it worse.
Yeah. Fun. Love that.
I know, gotta love that. Yeah, you gotta love when your tea goes from soothing your stomach to a fucking diuretic.
Yeah. Opening the floodgates.
Literally. It's so bad. Like, if I had wanted to do that, I would have made myself a cup of coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be real. Alright, that's good. Oh, because I know people asked me about how much this necklace was going to cost. I do have a price for it now, so if you were... it's that dendritic quartz. If you are watching and you were interested in purchasing this piece, go ahead and DM me, because I do actually have a price on it now. So I can tell you how much it would cost if you would like to purchase that. Because, it takes me for fucking ever to figure out how much I'm going to price some of this shit.
So, I don't see it here. Okay. Do we want to pull cards again in a bit?
Ooh, yes. I keep forgetting about that.
I was going to say, like, I know we talked about it last time, and I would look to see if you had added it in the points.
But I didn't, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to add it as a channel points redemption, or if I wanted to add it as, like, a thing that we do for certain, like, bit donations.
Okay. Strix. Yes!
Oh, yeah, cards! No, Strix is my tarot girl.
Yeah. And actually, this is good, too, because my deck is still super kind of, like, stiff, too, because of they're newer. I don't use my deck a lot, but this is nice because...
My one deck that I've had for years is like beat to shit. I love that deck, but yeah.
So I am shuffling.
Yeah, maybe should I use the old deck today, or should I use the new one?
I really like the new one. Also, I'm a little partial to it because obvious reasons.
Because you guys bought it for me?
Yeah, because Jake bought it for you.
Did I tell you my mom bought it for me too? Because I didn't realize it was on both lists.
Oh, that's funny. Just have two.
So I have two of them. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send the other one to my parents for my sister.
Okay.
Oh, you know how we talked about how me calling and hanging up because I got an answering machine and then not calling the doctor's office back about getting an ADHD screening is like the most ADHD thing we've ever heard.
Yeah.
I told that story to my therapist today because I had therapy right before this, which is why we started a little late. And she cracked up. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, like, that's...
Someday I'll remember to call.
Like, is that the first part of the test to prove that I have ADHD? Is like, they just put everyone to, like...
Just make the appointment.
The voicemail, and then just be like, taking note.
Just like, how many times did you try to call us? Just once.
Literally.
Or twice, but I got answering machine both times. Okay. How long did it take you to call us back? Almost a year.
Yeah.
All right. We're just gonna. What kind of medication? Yeah. What kind of medication would you like to be on?
Just like, don't do that to me. Just like, my doctor, I was like, hey, I'm a little concerned now that like my ADHD is really affecting me. Like, I've dealt with it most of these years, but obviously pandemic, when you sit in the same fucking place all like for 3 years straight, it drives you a little nuts and your attention span goes out the fucking window. That being said, when I was at the doctor, my primary, I was like, hey, I'm a little concerned this is really affecting me. To which then she was like, okay, I'll have the girl like print you out a list. And I'm like, I'm sorry, a list. To which then I got a list which was 4 pages long, and I literally looked at it and went, nope, folded it up, and it is God, I don't know where. And then a month ago, a friend of ours was like, I finally am getting an online screening and I'm for ADHD. And I'm like, that sounds perfect for me, because a friend of mine said another friend mentioned that they went for testing, and it was like 3 hours, and the person was like pressing her buttons and like, and like not being kind whatsoever. And like, on one hand, it's like, that's probably the point to see if you have ADHD, but also on the other hand, like, they just felt awful, and I was like, I don't want that. So then so a friend of mine was like, I did online testing, here it is. I'm like, perfect, thank you. Still have it's been a month, I still haven't. I still haven't.
Almost a year because I got the answering machine.
Yep. All I have to do is go like on this person's website. That's all I have to do. Have not.
Yep. Ooh, I suppose we can tell people about the email that I got today too. So we switched over who does like the chat bot and everything, and I'm still working on figuring out the commands and stuff that I want to put in there. But I got an email from them that they do sponsorship, like partnering with small streamers. And so Alyssa and I have been talking at least for a little bit today about potentially taking one of those. I'm reading through the terms and conditions when we're done here so I can figure out exactly what that would entail, because I don't want to annoy the shit out of you guys. But if it just means doing like a quick blurb from one of us before, like, or when we go on break or something, that's...
When you said it was Raid Shadow Legends, I'm like, oh, I'm so ready to just be a fucking idiot about it. I'm so ready. Just give me that, and like, as long as it's like, hey, promote this, but doesn't say exactly how, oh, I'm ready. I know exactly what I want to do. It does
have guidelines, but I'm wondering if they're like loose guidelines, because I've seen so many creators that I follow like have this sponsorship, which I'm okay with. The only thing is, it's like they show the metrics and stuff you have to meet to get the payout, which is fine. Annoy me, bitch. Well, I know you're here for it, Strix. It's more or less like anybody who would be new coming into the streams. Like, I don't want to bombard people with with like the sponsorship stuff for like annoying shit. Like that's I don't mind doing it. If people sign up for these things or like use the codes and stuff, that's great because we do get a little bit of a payout for it, and that means that I can also pay Alyssa. Like I'm almost thinking that I might put the Pola Tarot card as a bits redemption type of thing. So like if you do like cheer so many bits,
I was gonna say I was even thinking
one of us to choose a card. Just like because in that case it like it promotes like
I was even thinking
it promotes chat engagement, and then this way like any kind of bits that get pulled in, like I've been planning on like sharing the bits revenue and stuff with you the entire time. It's just we haven't had any.
It's not enough. No. I was even thinking like we could do like the pull a card for each other and then maybe do like a full reading as like the bits or something.
Oh, that could be cool too. Full readings take a while though. That's the only problem.
That's fair.
And they can be very personal, so like I don't like to do that in public spaces per se. That's just me personally.
Okay. No, I get that.
And this is coming from someone who has like read paid at like a party before. But it's set up so that it's like individual tables, like people are not supposed to, like there are rules, there are guidelines, like people are not allowed to sit at the table with anybody they do not know. The people who are sitting at the table have to be okay with them sitting down, like because they can be very personal.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay.
You got a jumper?
Yep. 6 of Swords.
6 of Swords. What are you? What are you? 6 of Swords.
Look how pretty this deck is. I can't. Like, look at the colors on that turtle.
All right. I think I'm done shuffling for you. Oh, what is it? Upright?
Yep.
Transition. Change rite of passage. Releasing baggage. I like that.
So this Alyssa is what you need to take with you this Friday.
Yes. All right. So top, middle, or bottom?
Let's go with somewhere from the bottom today.
Somewhere from the bottom?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the bottom card, just somewhere towards the bottom.
Okay. I got it.
Started from the bottom, now we do.
King of Wands upside down. King of Wands. Reversed. Impulsive, haste, ruthless, high expectations. The cackle.
Accurate. I was actually just talking about this with my therapist, and I'm like, I can't sit still. I'm doing so much stuff. Like, I'm hoping that something lands, essentially, like, for financial stuff. So, like, at least this, I'm, like, it's cracking me up because it's like, yeah, I know I can make money off of this. I'm at least doing this. It makes me happy. But, like, at the same time, I'm like, I'm really hoping this just, like, starts paying my bills.
Yeah.
Will it? Probably not. Not anytime soon. But I also just don't know how to market myself.
That's fair. I think you're doing a good job, though, from what, like, just the constant, like, posting. Like, posting on social media is a huge part of it. Just consistently, like, progress and stuff like that.
Yeah, that I know. I have a hard time keeping up with it.
Yeah, no, I get that. When you're an ADHD gremlin, it is one of the hardest things.
Yep. Social media is so toxic, but again, if you're running a small business, especially like for stuff like I'm doing, you really need to be on top of it, and it just, I don't know. That's I've had a hell of a time with Twitter lately. Like, it's
Twitter
like I want
is
to be
such
there,
whiplash.
but it can be rough.
It's actually like it's starting to feel like why I left Facebook. Like I only go on,
yeah.
like I left Facebook because it was so whiplash. Like it would be like angry political post, funny meme, happy news, sad news, and it would just go back and forth like that on rotation, and I couldn't stand it. Now it's like, so I left for Twitter to like hopefully like
Twitter had actually been better for me for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just like recently it's just been very unforgiving. And like,
well, I think a big part of it is a lot of people moved from Facebook to Twitter for the same exact reason.
Oh, I
not
don't
realizing they're perpetuating the like
right
the reason why they left Facebook.
That could be.
It's necessary. What is necessary?
Social media.
Social media? Yeah. Unfortunately. Like to just communicate with friends and stuff like that.
Well, that's Strix also owns her own business, so I think she's talking more from a business standpoint.
Yeah,
so, like,
exactly.
She
it is.
It.
Yes. Sorry, we were spitballing a few things, and I was just asking what
no,
the conversation that was for.
I got you. Don't worry.
We said a lot of, but yeah, it unfortunately is necessary. Like, I remember even when I like recently went for my tattoo artist, she finally got on her own, like, had her own studio and everything, and she's on TikTok because everyone's in TikTok right now, and so she does before and after pieces, and she's like, it's the best way for engagement.
So a friend of mine actually suggested that for me too. So eventually I may go through the like arts and chats stream, like when I'm working on stuff, and like clip it together to show like a start to finish on a piece. But like she was even suggesting too, because both of us are prone to to purchasing things from TikTok that we don't actually need. She's like, oh, you should wear the shirt. I know you. I think you know which shirt I'm talking about. It's like the crisscross boob top.
Oh yeah.
She's like, oh, you should wear that. Yes. Yeah, she's like, oh, you should wear that and use that to promote your shit. I'm like, you know what?
That's yeah.
That's actually fair.
Yep. Not a bad idea.
I mean, y'all know I'm no stranger to showing my cleave, so.
Power to you. Hell yeah.
Look, they're large and in charge. I can't. I can't. I don't control them. They control me. But yeah, so that's that. Like we were talking about stuff, and it's like that's not a terrible idea, actually.
Yeah. It's just it was funny because when they had the outage, there was the outage a little bit ago with like Facebook and everything. Like a lot of people, if they don't use Facebook, they use Instagram, which is owned by Facebook.
It's a Facebook-owned company.
Yes, which Meta technically is everybody's owned
by. Yeah, fuck that noise. It's Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, nice try, sorry. Zuckerberg. No, nice try.
Zuckerberg doesn't even own Facebook anymore.
I know. I don't understand. Whatever.
That's okay.
Anyway.
It
was. There was that point where it was like, there was that outage, which that was a big supplier, like that was the big host of a lot of big well-known social media platforms. I think it was like everything but Twitter went down that day.
Oh no, Twitter was down too.
Was it? I remember.
Yeah, it was. Twitter was real spotty that day.
Regardless, it was like
Twitter was really spotty. Instagram and Facebook were out entirely. And I remember there being a whole argument, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue. I will put a pin in my thought.
It's probably what I might be bringing up is like the argument came up where it was like, you shouldn't. This is why you shouldn't put all your business into social media. Because if all these go down,
why you shouldn't be reliant on social media, because it's not always going to be there. But every single thing, when you start a business, everybody says you need to focus on your social media because that is the only way you will make revenue.
It's a double-edged sword. That's the thing, yeah. Because like, where are all your customers paying attention to? Social media, like.
Oh, exactly.
So it's like, okay, like, and not everybody has the money and resources, especially if they're starting up business, to afford their own like hosted like website,
right?
And stuff and I mean, like that.
I pay for my website to be hosted with its own domain, and it's. The domain is cheap, but like to host the site every month, it's not cheap.
Mm-mm.
And it sucks, like, because I lose money on having the site, but at the same time I also need the site.
Yeah,
because it's either pay this amount. Yeah, it's either pay this amount to host the site on my own terms or pay the fees to Etsy.
Yeah, which Etsy's not be, like used to be very like
it used to be
artist
super
friendly,
creator friendly, yeah,
and it's not anymore.
Not like it used to be.
Correct. So, and that's another thing too, is a lot of these social media sites are changing and people have to go back and forth.
Yep.
There's waves. It's a tough system. It really is.
It really is, and trying to figure it out is insane. Like, when you go through... So, if you purchase from me and you go through my Shopify link, the only thing that... So, my website is hosted with Shopify. I found that it's the easiest for small businesses, like shops like me, to use. It's super intuitive. It does quite a bit. So, it's got, like, a lot of features to it. But 100% of my revenue comes to me. Aside from fees on like credit cards, which is standard even if I had like my own brick and mortar business, 100% of that revenue comes to me. And by comes to me, I mean, it goes back into my business. Like, I barely pay myself with my shop. So like, for me to be saying like, I would like to be able to live off of this, like, I mean, I need to be able to float the business as well as myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to take 100% of that income and put it towards myself and then have nothing left over for the business. Like, that just seems like a bad plan. Dude, that plate is hot.
Sniff, sniff.
Why are you like this? Hi, buddy. Were you saying hello to your fans, your adoring fans? He's such a goofball. What a goober. But yeah, so like, it's people think being an artist is easy, and like making this stuff is the easiest part. Trying to sell yourself to a group of people and like explain why your product is worth their time and their money. I could make the most convincing pitch in the world and somebody would still be like, no. Why do you charge so much?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I got depressing.
No, you're good. I remember, so it was funny. I was talking to Jake's cousin, who's also an artist. And she said it's like, there's also like a rhythm to it being an artist too, is like you're super like, mind your business, Karen. Mind your business, Karen.
Mind your business, Karen, that's why. Strix, I love you.
But we were sitting there and like, I've been technically unemployed and she is technically also unemployed because we're freelance artists, and
course.
You know, that's not real work in the eyes of Gov. But anyway, so we were talking about it. She's like, God, she asked me what I was doing, and I explained it to her, and I was like, I haven't really gotten anything recently. And she goes, see, I'm swamped right now, but I also was like in the same spot as you like a couple of months ago. And she's like, being an artist is so tough because you'll be swamped for 3 months and then not have anything for another, or like it'll be swamped for 2 and then not have anything for 3 months. And she's like, it's such a taxing, like, balancing act.
I mean, look at the summer for me. I had the necklace that I made for Rob. I had 2 wedding bands. Oh, yeah. And then I had nothing.
Yep. No, I had, let's see, I had 3 photo shoots. 1 was a wedding. What else? Did I have 4? I might have had actually 4 photo shoots now that I think of it. 1 of which was a wedding, and yes, I did have 4 photo shoots. One photo shoot I consider to be a little bit bigger because it was I had to take pictures of cats. It was a lot of cats. Getting cats to pose
take
and
good photos.
Take photos, yeah, is a little bit. So I count that as probably as difficult as the wedding shoot that I did.
I mean, accurate.
But yeah, I did. I had 5. Never mind, I had 5. I forgot about that. I also did a concert. But yeah, that was my summer.
You did the concert.
Yeah, it was at Pulp. It actually was for a band called Soundscape. I don't know if they do anything, but they did really good covers.
Oh, nice.
They rocked it. It was really good. But yeah, I did that. I did the wedding. I did the cats, and then I did 2 model shoots. So like,
oh yeah,
my summer was just packed. But then as soon as the weather gets cold here in Western New York, nobody wants to go out, and it's not healthy to anyway. So
not it's for like very long most days.
Yeah, and by the time you get to the winter, it's the holidays, and people can't really afford. They can't really afford like art and stuff like that because they're busy trying to scramble to find presents that are like physical items for like their family members and stuff. So it's a tough time.
Hi, baby.
No. Hello, mother. I am the new gem.
Mama, I am a gem.
I am gem.
No, he saw me winding up jump rings.
Oh.
Sir! You are gonna have silver dust on you? That is not a good place for you to sit, my friend. Can you all see him?
Yep.
Catch stray cat. Oh, my poor hands. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. My guy.
Are you burning yourself?
No, I was wrapping jump rings and it always tenses up my hands.
Oh. Cramps.
My dude, can you... This is where he's taken up residence.
I see that. I had to squint for a second because he's not in focus on the camera, so it's like just like a black. It looks like a black smudge on your screen. I know,
which is funny because he's gray. Buddy, I love you. You cannot sleep in there. I'm so sorry.
Don't tell me what to do.
Too late. I am your mother. You must listen to me.
No!
I know, how could I? Go lay on the other chair.
No.
There you go. I mean, he did.
I'm surprised.
He's being very cute.
Let's see. Blending. This file is so big that it's taking a little bit for it to catch up with the smoothing, the sanding, smudging. It's cool. It's fine.
No. Sorry. I looked at our Discord. Did you know that the Spot and NT closed? The
What
Spot
was that?
Coffee. Spot Coffee.
In where?
NT.
That was short.
Right. There's a.
That was short-lived.
Like, it's a whole article. Apparently, the franchisee is getting sued.
Ha ha ha! The Union Busters? No. The company that literally fired all of its work. Oh my god.
Look, I used to really like Spot Coffee, but I liked them more when they were actually a locally owned business, not a franchise, because them becoming a franchise was just recent.
Well, so a little local news is a couple of years ago, before the pandemic, a couple of the managers actually pitched in to try to unionize and got a couple of went to host a meeting. Yeah, went to host a meeting and they fired the managers. And
I totally forgot about that, but yeah, I remember that.
Yep. So I'm not surprised that they're getting sued, because it's probably something along the lines of like, so before we go into that, yeah, so a couple of the managers got fired, and some of the other ones were and then they went, okay, whoever attended the meeting, let us know. Like, whoever was gonna like attend the meeting, and like they wanted people to like snitch. Yeah, they wanted people to snitch so they can get them people fired, and they went, no. Now we just want more. This is more of a reason to get a union. So They fought hard for it and actually got it. But I haven't gone to Spot Coffee since, because it's like, well, I have Pulp 716 coffee, so
right.
And
it was honestly one of the closest coffee shops to me. Like, I could walk to it when I lived in Buffalo.
That's the thing, is I can walk to Pulp, so like I don't. And then when I'm going somewhere for food, like if I need food or something, I go to Tim's. Like. Mm-hmm.
Or Donut Craze.
Yeah, that too. Like.
Hey, remember that time we all went to Donut Craze, me, you, Angela, and Jake, and we all ordered the same thing for lunch?
Yeah, we were like, okay, who's who? Wait.
The only difference was the donut.
Yep. We were like, it all sounded so good.
Right? I'm telling you, egg salad just... Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds really good. I may need to go pick up a loaf of bread.
I think I might need to... Oh, do I have mustard?
Oh, no, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make bread. Yeah.
We have some older eggs that are like on the verge of expiring, and I think I might cut those up, make some egg salad. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, now I'm hungry.
Right? I have leftover pizza sitting on my stove right now, because I had a piece of it before we sat down, because I was very hungry. Because if anybody knows me, I get super into what I'm doing, and then I forget to eat.
Get to
eat?
Wow, yeah, what else it's like new? What?
It's almost like
no.
It's almost like I have undiagnosed ADHD. Yeah. No, like I was literally talking about this with my therapist, and I share this stuff because I love my therapist. I think she's wonderful. She has helped me a lot, especially like dealing with my anxiety and stuff. She and I were talking about it. She's like, "You are just so creative. Like, I just love this." And I was like, "Yeah, me and my weird brain." She was like, "No, you have such a beautiful, like, creative mind." I'm like, "Okay, so here's the thing. It's definitely I'm to the point where I'm almost 100% convinced that it's the ADHD and my hyper focusing, because like all of my hobbies I do frequently, but it's like on a hyper focus cycle. Mm-hmm. So this is how I had to explain it to her. I'm like, it's on like a cycle. So like I'll get really into one of the things that I'm doing and I'll hyper focus on that, and it's great. And then it's like I do it until the point I get sick of it. I don't want to do it anymore, and then I will cycle to something else. So I bought myself another knitting pattern today. I really shouldn't have, but I did. And I have a habit of buying vintage patterns. Like, this is not news to anybody. My most recent purchase is an 1897 Butterick cycling sweater pattern, and I am super stoked about it. So if you don't know what a cycling sweater is, go look them up. They're super pretty. They have like the big like leg of mutton sleeves, but they're fitted in the bodice, and they come up and they have like a little like mock turtleneck style collar, and they button at the shoulders. They're really cute. I love them. I've been dying to make myself one. I found someone on Ravelry, which is a knit and crochet community that modernized the pattern, so it was like $6.50 for it, so I went and bought it. So that'll be my next project. I'm trying to get through the yarn I have for Mom's blanket first, because as soon as I make progress on one thing, I'm like, okay, that'll give me some leeway to go and work on something else. It's either I'm going to pick up the sweater to do the like the swatching that I need to do to make sure the gauge is right, or I'm going to pick up the stocking that I had started and finish that, or try to put a dent in that.
Gotcha.
Either or. But yeah, like I cycle through. Like sometimes I hyper focus on what I'm doing here, and sometimes I hyper focus on like my yarn crafts, sometimes I hyper focus on writing. I got hella sucked into Calico. Alyssa, I really blame you. Also, hi guys.
I just bought that too. It's a really cutesy game where you run a cat cafe and you're a witch. So
oh, you were talking about this game. Oh
yeah, so it's on sale because the Steam sale is
Lunar
going
New
on.
Year.
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff on my wish list is on sale, and I'm like, I don't have any money.
Yep. So that's why I only bought this, because I think it was like $6. So I was like,
this is why I bought the knitting pattern instead, because that ultimately gets me a thing that I actually need. So eventually, bought myself pizza yesterday too. I shouldn't have. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Can ride cats. I bought 4 games total. They were all under $10. So yeah, that's the thing, is like once they're like under $10, I'm like, I can't argue.
It depends on how much each one is. So if I can find multiples and they all end up totaling like $10 or like $15, that I can justify. But it's hard for me to justify games purchases right now.
Yeah. That's completely understandable. Yeah, that's why I only bought Calico. There was a bunch of other stuff on my list that's on sale, but it's also like in the 20s still, or upper 10, like teens. So I was like,
right. So like, guys, I still really want to play Crescent Loom. Big part of it this week was I was just so fucking tired. Did I tell you I did the thing again last night? I went to bed early, and except the difference last night was I woke up at 10 to 2, and my body was like, yeah, you're gonna be awake for about an hour, get comfy.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had slept 5 hours, and it took me an hour to come back down to go back to sleep again.
Yeah, my brain likes to do that too, where I'm like, okay, I know I have something to do tomorrow. Let's go to bed early. And then it's like, nope. I would have been better going to the bed to the same time I normally do.
Yep. Well, to be fair, I was already laying there. So I ended up breaking down, and my loan at the library came through for the book that I have been reading in the physical copy. Mm-hmm. So I've been listening to that. I picked it up where at the chapter I left off on. And so I was listening to that last night, and then I started getting really tired, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to sleep. And then it's like I laid down and I wasn't tired. So I was listening to the book a little bit more, and did end up falling asleep. About 2 chapters later, I paused it and went to sleep. But that was still at 9 o'clock. And like I said, I slept for all of 5 hours. Either the dream I was having woke me up, or just something woke me up, and I was awake for about an hour. Don't understand. Make it make sense. All right, now to work on commission and not be sucked into the game. Yep, that sounds about right. But yeah, sleep has been a struggle this week, and Justin actually pointed out, he's like, you realize you're coming down from a year's worth of maybe more of stress, right?
Stress, yeah, that's fair.
He's like, I'm honestly not surprised at all that you're sleeping this much. And even my therapist was like, that's a really good way of framing it.
Yeah.
I just feel bad because it's I know I should be out and doing the DoorDash thing more frequently, and I've done it maybe twice since I signed up, which it's not all that bad, but at the same time it's I should be doing this more. I could have more in my pocket right now to cover my bills. Basically I'm doing that late stage capitalism thing where it's you're not doing enough. But I've had a couple of interviews this week. I at least know
you're
what's
still
going
doing
to happen.
Stuff.
Yeah, I at least know what's going to happen if I don't find anything before the my lease is up, which means that Alyssa, you and I will be probably body double working quite a bit.
Fine by me.
Yup. I just don't really want to have to do that, you know?
Understandable.
I'm not saying no, it's not my favorite option.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I was talking to Australian Matt the other night, and actually admitted something that I haven't really admitted to most people about my birthday. And in the sense of I have this feeling in the back of my head that this is trying to do something for my birthday this year is going to result in the same thing that always happens when I try to do something for my birthday, in the sense that no one shows up. You'd be surprised how many times that's happened.
Ugh, that's awful. What?
Yeah. Well, think about it this way. My birthday the one year, I invited people to go out, and I was like, you know what? I don't do anything for my birthday ever. We're gonna try to do something, and everybody bailed on me, except for my friend Heather. Yeah, except for Heather. Heather actually drove almost an hour to come and see me because she lived it out in Lockport.
Yeah.
And drove from Lockport to downtown Buffalo. in the snow. Like, that's why people bailed on me. And they're like, well, it's snowing, so. And now y'all understand partially why I hate my birthday so much. And that same year, I threw a Halloween party, and only my friend Emily showed up.
What the frig?
Yeah. Like, this is not uncommon.
What the hell?
Yeah. And, like, even just seeing, like, barely anybody say anything about, like, the birthday stuff when it's, like, I know people just responded to, like, Jake's birthday, I'm just like, okay. And it's got nothing to do with Jake. It's just, like, I have such low expectations of doing anything for my birthday because of this. Like, it's such a thing. Like, I don't admit that to people very often, so congratulations to those of you who are here. That is my biggest insecurity in life, is that, like, I am a good friend to other people, but the minute it comes down to being a good friend to me, everybody disappears. At least that's how it's always been. Like, my friends are a hell of a lot better now than they used to be. Like, I just generally have better friends. But yeah, so that's where I've been at this week as well. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to the.
I knew you and Jake were. I figured if nothing else, you, Jake, Kevin, and Angela would be there.
Yeah. 100%.
Anna, it's not that I feel that way. It's a proven fact. This is also just why I just don't, I generally don't enjoy celebrating my birthday anyway. Like, it's just another day to me. But I feel like this, especially in recent years, has been, like, the biggest reason why. Not that I actually ever really care.
Yeah, I remember yesterday, people were like, oh, I should be free for Saturday. And I was like, no, Saturday is not free. Saturday is the craft night. It's the craft.
Free for what? Or was that for, like, Destiny stuff?
Destiny rating. Yeah, sorry. Like,
that's fine.
People were like, when can we raid again? Because we were so close. Oh my god, we were so close last night to finishing the fucking raid. I am, like, losing it at how close we were. We are at the last encounter, and all we have to do is run to the end. It's a bit of a relay race, and I'm losing it. And everyone's like, okay, so is everyone free this day? And I'm like, no. No. What about here? No. What about here? No.
What about Saturday? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like I said, it's just an insecurity thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know people will be there, but it's just like, this is just where my brain is, and, like, where it normally is. I'm like, can we just have one normal birthday, please? Like, can we just have one normal birthday, please? Just one. I'm asking for one. Like, I don't ask for a lot. Please, I beg. And I was gonna say, and that's not a pity thing. It's just, like, this is just, it's been, like, it was on my mind the other day, and I knew you would, like, I feel like you of all people would understand.
Yeah. The bow. Okay.
Alright, I got it soldered back together. We're actually gonna set this today. I swear to fucking God.
Okay. I think. Let's see if I can do some Photoshop.
But yeah, I have been finishing my spicy book, and the people that I am reading my spicy books with have been loving my reactions the last couple of days, because I am just losing my shit. It's so great.
Wait, is this the one you're writing, or you're reading?
Okay. What I'm reading. I am just losing my shit. It's everything I wanted and more. Like there's been build up for like an actual like healthy relationship this entire book, and it's just come to a head, and I'm so happy. It got very spicy, but I'm like really happy about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I couldn't give less of a shit about the actual spice, but also at the same time, I'm just like, finally.
Yeah, because a lot of stories are just like that I've just come across is just spice and go, like, you know, just
yep.
There's no emotion, there is no like, and then like the ones that there are, we have unfortunately like are not exactly healthy, like
healthy or consensual.
No, that's the thing is like I'm reading this one webtoon right now, and people are like, oh my god, I love these two, and I'm like, their relationship isn't happy, they're like healthy. I'm literally reading this because I just want to know what happens in the like story, like overall, like
yep.
I was like, it's funny because I started reading it because it was like labeled as fantasy, and it's about like what is it called? I forget what it's called, because I really just like I didn't even read last week's issue because I was like, this is stupid, and then people were like and then like there's another guy that the main character is supposed to be falling in love with, like was in love with, like he's a better fit for her, but it's like he can't because drama and like reasons, but he's still the healthier relationship.
Yeah, no, that's I literally complained about this. Like there was a whole thing. It's like, you know, he didn't tell me. He should have told me this, and I'm like, when was he supposed to tell you? When was he supposed to tell you? First of all, you were with another man originally. You were both healing from some severe trauma. Like, you have gone through a whole bunch of changes that weren't exactly your choice. When exactly were you expecting him to tell you this? Like, come on. Like, the character is very hot-headed, so it made sense, but, like, also at the same time, too, I'm just like, can we not do this just once in a book? Like, please.
Yeah, it was funny because the series, something happened. The guy she's supposed to, like, their relationship was going well. He was kind of like on off telling her things, like kind of being secretive, and he's like, can you please just trust me? And she's like, okay, I will, because you haven't done anything in the past to like really give me a reason to not trust you. And then he goes and does something that's really shitty, and she's like, fuck you, you lied to me. And I didn't remember this, but like, so a couple of months go by and I was like, I haven't seen any updates for this story. And then I realized the reason I unsubscribed to the story and don't remember that, because it had been like 3 or 4 months. So then I re-subscribed and then went, that's right. I unsubscribed because he like completely fucked her over. And then I went back and started reading, and it started being like, okay, like you gotta earn her, like it started being like, okay, well, you're kind of stuck with each other now, earn her trust again. And he's like doing everything for her and blah blah. And then like in that, like she's like was giving him a difficult time. I was like, I mean, understandably so,
obviously.
But then but then like she forgives him like within like a week, and I'm like, nope,
gross.
Nope. And their relationship is just really bad. Just really bad. But everyone's like, oh my god, they're so cute. And I'm like, no. Why am I still reading this? I'm just mad.
What webtoon is this?
Let me look it up. I think I unsubscribed again from it because I was like, I'm so sick of this. Let me see. I originally, like I said, like started reading it because it was supposed to be like, if you like this webtoon, you'll like this. And I did like it at first. It was interesting.
And then that happened.
Yeah. Okay. It's called... It's funny because I'm not normally like really big into like romance stuff. But I noticed that a lot of my webtoons are like are romance, and I'm like, oops.
It's like sometimes the plot in the romance ones is really good, because that's actually why I'm reading these books. Like,
yeah,
they're spicy, but like the plot is really good.
Yeah, that's
like, I'm legitimately that Demi that's reading a spicy book because of the plot.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, so okay, the one that I'm talking about is called, oh my god, if it could just tell me, where's the thank you. It's called The Newlywed Diary of a Witch and a Dragon.
Oh. Okay.
And I started reading it because I didn't realize it was romance. I thought it was just fantasy, like...
Okay, but that also very much sounds like up our alley.
It does sound... It sounds like a like, obviously, like, I knew there was going to be some kind of romance because it says the newlywed, like... But I didn't think that would be, like... I thought it was just gonna, like... just, like, be more about, like, the world and, like, the adventures of them being, like, just married for whatever reason. And it's just bad. On the other hand, though, I am reading one called Hello Webtoon, would you like to... The app's not responding. There we go. Now it's called The Remarried Empress. That's really good. It's about that's really good. It's about an emperor and an empress who haven't had, like, their relationship within recent years are already rocky, and they kind of just like put up with each other for the sake of like the people of their empire. But the thing is, so she still cares for him. He's just an asshole, and she realizes that starts realizing that, especially when he starts bringing home, like, because he's an emperor, he thinks, like, he just brings home a mistress.
Just thinks he can get away with shit.
Which he can, yes, because he's the emperor. And it goes from there, and it's really good because it's more of like, it focuses on like the dynamic between like people and stuff like that. And like, yeah, there's a romantic subplot, because what happens is another, because this empire that they are part of is trying to make better relationships with fellow kingdoms, and because now he has the mistress who's pregnant with his child.
Of course.
So yeah, so neighboring kingdoms start like you start meeting like the kings and stuff from other, like, the leaders of other nations, and that being like, and through that the empress starts meeting one of the other guys, and he's sweet, he's kind, and he's like completely smitten with her. So then when she finds out like that, like, she is literally like being like even more like, even though she's the empress, she's being mistreated because now she's not the woman who has the emperor's child. So it goes on to being like, this guy is another king from another kingdom is smitten with her and is like, I really like you, but doesn't like, I think you're great. And she's like, you're a good friend, I think you're great. And he's like, we both know that the emperor is going to divorce you, and you're just not, like, you're going to get thrown away, but you don't deserve that. And he's like, what if, like, nothing has to happen, but what if we get married so you keep your power and your title and benefit the people, like, of, like, you're just a really smart individual. What if you come to my kingdom and do that. And she's like, you know what? Yeah, I trust you. You're a really good friend. You've been really kind to me this entire time. So they do that. And like, he's like really sweet though, never makes a move. Like he like really cares for her. And like through that, he's like, well, now we're married. And she, like everyone's like, you guys are married. Why aren't you doing anything? Like, and
where are the children?
Yeah. So then it's like it goes right now. That's where the story is like, and she finds out that he's been playing more of a role in the behind scenes for her this entire time because he's been doing stuff for her, like, but not like saying it was him or anything. And she's starting to find that out, and she's like, oh shit. And then she acts it like so then she's like, oh shit, I'm starting to fall in love with it.
More as a friend. This is the last thing I wanted. How dare.
But it's like it never like lets the emperor get away with how shitty he is.
Mm-hmm.
It never like he'll try to like make up. Yeah, which I really like is that he will do something manipulative or abusive, and because she's the empress, she'll be like she doesn't take it. She'll be like, you're just doing this because fuck you, and she'll walk out, and then he'll instantly like flip on her and be like, fuck you, you're never appreciative, and she'll just stare at him and be like, uh-huh, and leave. Like she never takes it. She knows that it's not a good relationship. She's just disappointed because it's like obviously they've known each other for a very long time, and he used to not always be like this. Right. So it's just that's what I like about this is like she acknowledges that he's not being healthy and doesn't let him get away with it. And I like that because
that makes sense.
Yeah. So
that's kind of like the one relationship in this book series that I'm reading, because it is a series. The person that she starts out with is just really controlling and like isn't listening to her when she says like that he's basically stifling her, and then like just takes shit too far, and now is like upset that she left. And like the person that she's with and was meant to be with, which is a whole thing in and of itself, is like so caring and so kind. Like
that's what this is.
He's known like because I'm reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, that series, and they talk about, because it's the Fae, they talk about how they have like what is called a mating bond. So like basically it's like your soulmate, and you know when you have met your soulmate. At least the men do. Like they feel that bond like more intensely or like sooner than the women do. And like so the guy that she's meant to be with has known for a very long time and didn't tell her, and that's why she was all like pissy. And I'm like, when was he supposed to tell you? Like I don't understand. But the entire time, so this is like 2 books worth of him knowing, and this entire second book she's spent most of her time with him, and he has been nothing but like respectful of her boundaries. Like he hasn't like tried to push himself on her. Basically was like letting her come to terms with a lot of this herself, was planning on telling her when she was in a better like mental state and everything, because neither one of them were okay after the events of the first book. And it's just like you basically get to watch them grow together in this book, and it makes me so happy. Like that is the type of relationship I would like to see.
Yeah. You'll like I highly suggest downloading Webtoon then and reading this, the Remarried Empress.
I need to go and look for it
because that's exactly what happens here. Is like he's respectful of like and he even acknowledges sometimes, like, when you see his point of view, he's like, I hope I didn't step a boundary. Like, she's okay with it, but he doesn't know that. Like, because...
Yes, because this is exactly how these two are, and it just, oh my god, it just makes my life. Look, this is the only thing I've got going for me right now. Like, let me have my fantasy. let me have my fantasy couples. It's fine.
Yes, I love that shit. Yes, I love that shit. Healthy relationship building. Yes, I love that shit.
Exactly. Like, it's so good. Give to me.
Yeah.
Give to me. my little crab pincers. Give to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Like, I love stuff like that. I'm a big proponent for good romance. But maybe that's because I am also, like, I don't know. I'm a big romance fan in general. Like, and I think it stems from just me being Demi. Like, I couldn't care less about what a person looks like, but, like, woo me.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good personality. Like, actually try. Like,
mm-hmm.
That's what I like. Oh, big stretch. You're gonna fall off that chair, but there you go.
My kiddo is sleeping behind me. He's
shrimped up. It's very cute.
Yeah, mine looks exactly like a shrimp. His leg is even sticking out like the tail. Speaking of shrimping,
did you want attention?
We didn't get a stretch, but...
No, I need one, though.
I need one. Oh! Can you hear the snap, crackle, pop of my joint?
Yep, sure can. I really need to go to the chiropractor. I can't afford to go to the chiropractor right now. I need, between my shoulder blades, just, like, snap back into place.
Jake and I were talking about how, like, bad our shoulders are. And the one day he was like, oh, my shoulder hurts. Can you, like, help me like, stretch it? And I literally, like, went to, like, press into his shoulder blade. And there was, like, 3 different, like, muscle, like, knots. And I was like, oh, my God. And he's like, can you get those out? And I'm like, no! I don't have the ability to.
Like, what do you mean?
That ain't happening.
Nice try, bucko. Oops. No, come back. I need you. Okay.
Yeah, it was funny. I originally got Webtoon just for Lore Olympus, and then I started branching off, and there's some good stories on there.
Part of my issue is that I want to read Lore Olympus, and when you pull it up on Webtoon, only some of it is available. Unless you pay for it.
I didn't have that problem. Oh, what they do is they have a fast pass. So, like, you pay for, like, if you want to see a couple of things ahead of time, or you could just wait.
Yeah, see, I couldn't even get at the backlog.
That's odd.
Unless I was looking in the wrong spot, which is entirely plausible.
Because what happened was I caught up on Lore Olympus in the web browser on my phone, and then I downloaded the app because I was like, okay, I need more. So I ended up paying for the fast pass.
So I was super salty because I used to have Manga Reader on my Kindle, and they stopped supporting it. It was so sad because it was a free reader. And granted, it was all like the stuff you would find online anyway, where it's like fan translations. But like, it's the only way I could get my one manga. I used to use that all the time, and they stopped supporting it, and I was so sad. Ended up having to find somewhere else to read that manga because it was still publishing at that point.
They probably got sued or something to take it down or something.
I don't know. Like they had a whole bunch of stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Because that's the trouble with like a lot of stuff like from Japan is like they don't translate everything. They don't bring everything over. So people fan translate and bring it over, and then they get pissy, and it's like, guys, why didn't you bring it over then? You know the Western like audiences are going to get it. Yeah, like
I don't understand. Like, you have an untapped market here, clearly.
Yeah. It blows my mind. Just at how stubborn some companies are.
Like, just bring them over. Like, we clearly want to see them.
Like, I guess a part of the argument could be that they are paranoid on how it's going to do. But that's the thing, is like, bring it over.
No until you try.
Yeah, exactly. Like, some of the stuff for Gundam, they know that people here in the West, like in the United States and North America in general, love Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
We buy the model kits. We even pre-order like premium Bandai kits and stuff like that. And like, but then there's still stuff they haven't translated, like manga and stuff like that, and they still haven't.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, where is the logic there?
Mm-hmm. Bandai, give
to me.
Like, I was shocked that they actually during the pandemic aired one of their movies on Netflix.
Oh, I did see that. I think it was you guys talking about it, actually.
Yeah, one of their brand new things.
Easy solder. I need... That's medium. Where's my hard solder? Is that you? Oh, that is you. I thought you were wire. Whoops. Hands are starting to hurt. Please explain to me how Wednesdays and Fridays are my most productive days.
We work together. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't worked. I like how I said that I was going to work on this right after, and then I didn't.
You're like, I want to keep working on this, and then, yeah, nope. We both went and did other things, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm probably going to keep working. No, I did not. The lie detector determined that that was, in fact, a lie. Don't give me that. You are close enough together. Do not sass me.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Like, it's acting like it's not close enough together. There we go. To be soldered, but it definitely is. Soldered more with less. Gotta figure out what kind of chain I want to put on this. So, I was showing you guys this last time. So this is the stone that I'm gonna set. I have the setting hole done. I have to figure out what kind of chain I want to do. Like, I know what I'm doing on one side of it. That's not a problem. I need to figure out what I'm doing on the other side. Like, for the rest of the chain. because it's getting an asymmetrical focal point. Because I have these.
I almost forgot to color the arrows. It would help if I put on the layer that has the color on it.
You guys are good size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do these on one side. Because I make a ton of these. And these will be easy enough to get some length in there. So it'll basically be this stone and then this. There will be 3 of these. Actually, I bet a single loop and loop would look good. So I'm thinking, what do you think of that?
Ooh, pretty.
I'm thinking do that for this guy. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe?
Maybe. Let me see the chain again. So that... What would be the
single loop and loop, and then this is getting these on one side of it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that might be a decent like gauge.
Kay asked what other options.
I don't know. That's the thing. Because you don't want to go too thin because the pendant itself is heavy. And then these also add some visual weight. So you don't want to do anything too thin because it's not going to balance properly, which is why I'm thinking of some kind of like woven chain, like loop and loop. But I also don't want to do like Byzantine either because... Or not Byzantine, Etruscan, because that is going to be way too big. And some of these just take so long to make that it's not feasible for selling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. There's like tons of other options. It's just
the best one for that kind of stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there's sailor's chain, which could also work, but that's also a little more labor intensive. Let me tell you, this book was probably one of my favorite investments so far this year. I think I mentioned this the other day too, because I've been dying to buy this since college, and I just finally found it fairly reasonable, but like...
Yeah.
Holy grail. I have 2 more sitting over here that have like settings and stuff in them, but I think that chain one is one of my favorites. So, alright, we're going to clean you guys up. Get some jump rings on you. carving tools. This is not at all what this tool is meant for.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's the only thing I have that's thin enough to get between the layers of metal here to split them apart. But, like, hefty enough to not break on me.
Gotcha.
You know. As you do. Because realistically, I should probably be doing this with, like, an X-Acto knife or some shit. But those blades are so thin. And these are actually wood carving tools. I use them for wax. Oh, you fused, didn't you? Oh shit, yeah, you fused. Fuck. Those bitches fused together. How dare?
How dare? This bitch is fused. Yeet.
Yeet! Okay, it is, though. Okay, so do you see that little white space in between here? Possibly.
Yeah.
So that is a fusion point. So basically what happened is the fine silver came up to the top of the metal and it fused to itself.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, no, that's not ideal. It happens, but it's not great. Yeah, and that's a wide fusion. I don't think that's coming out. That's okay. These things aren't meant to be perfect anyway, so... It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's cool. It's fine.
So I'm very sad.
Yeah.
Tonight is the last Hunt for the Heart Shards episode.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that finale is tonight. I'm bummed.
Oh man.
I'm not ready for whatever Nikki's about to throw at us. I'm really not. I'm not emotionally prepared enough for this. you fused too, son of a bitch. I hated these too good.
Can't believe I've done this.
Oh fuck, I can't believe I've done this. I feel like with the amount that we say it's fine, this is fine, and I can't believe I've done this. Eventually, if we ever get to the point of people wanting to buy merch from us, I feel like we should have shirts that say that.
I'm fine. This is fine.
Just on the front it says, I can't believe I've done this, and on the back it says, it's fine, this is fine. I'd wear that shit. Alright, so what you guys are watching me kind of struggle with right now is pretty much my entire college existence. Like, this is the type of shit that I was doing in college, and I was like, I love my life. Oh, trust. You think I'm joking?
No, actually. 'Cause same.
In case anyone doubts this in any way, shape, or form, this was one of my final projects for my thesis show, and yeah, I love my life. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see all those little individual leaves and shit? All hand formed.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I love my life. It's fine. I love this piece, though. I just wish it was more, like, functional?
Yeah.
It's definitely an art piece, like, and I kind of knew that when I was making it. I was just hoping that eventually I would be able to get a photo of it on a model, and it's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I need to figure out a way to hang it, because it realistically could be a wall hanging.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I would secure it to a wall. It's very heavy.
Very carefully.
Yeah. It's just because it's a heavy piece.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of metal.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's one of my thesis pieces. The other one I have, I usually display in my house. If you go to the Morla Serme page on Facebook, there's photos of those up there. Because that's essentially like my working portfolio.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Almost done. I just gotta do a background.
Nice. Well, before you start on a background, do you want to take a quick break?
That sounds nice. I could use a bio break.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Go use the restroom. So everybody get up, stretch, go use the restroom, get some water.
I want tea.
Or tea. Rumbling like us. Get some water, hydrate. I want tea. Okay. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your real mom, so.
I like that's exactly what happened. It's like, go get some water. I want tea.
I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your real mom. All right. Yeah, so go okay. Do the break things. We will be back shortly.
BRB.
back.
Hello.
Hello, friends. Apologies. I got really, really hungry while we were sitting here.
How dare you have basic human needs.
I know. How fucking dare I?
Can't believe it. Anyway.
Anywho. I did eat the food, and I will continue to eat the food when we're done. Don't worry. I have yet another stream tonight, so I need to remember to eat before that. I'm also particularly excited because I believe we're announcing stuff tonight, too?
Is that for the charity next month? Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the plan, but I don't remember. Yeah, Kay, I know what happens when I don't eat the food and my friends find out. It's fine. I got it. Look, y'all know. Y'all know I joked about wanting a cheeseburger, and a cheeseburger showed up at my door.
Surprised Pikachu face.
Look, I should know better. It's the same friend that I send cookies to. Because sometimes I just send them because they're a wonderful person, and other times, like I think the last time was for their birthday.
Yeah. Speaking of cookies, Crumble opened near us, but apparently none of the employees wear masks.
Ew. Don't
and I was
that.
Like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, it's a Quinn. Hi, friend.
Hello.
I love Fridays. We tend to have weirdly enough, we tend to have a better crowd on a Friday.
Because everyone gave up.
It's I was gonna say, it's right around that time where it's everybody's just kind of fuck it, it's a Friday, I'm done.
Yeah. 100%.
If not, it's right towards the end of the day that people start joining us, which is also great. Love that.
Mm-hmm. Where? Sorry, what the fuck is this? Get out of here.
Hi, baby.
What layer are you on?
What are you doing? That one that you cannot find. Ooh, or my favorite, it's on the layer that I've tried 6 times.
Hold on. We're gonna zoom. Enhance.
How are you feeling, friend? Because I know you were having some issues.
Stomach. I've just emerged from a nap.
Yeah, that's they had food poisoning.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I remember reading that.
I hope you're feeling better. things, that'd be great.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear you can eat again.
Well, that's good. That means that to me says you're on the mend there. Stop sticking to the brush and stick to the thing you're supposed to stick to. There you go. Thanks, knew you could do it. Proud of you.
Nope. Excuse me.
No, sir. I swear to all that is holy. It took me long enough to get everything lined up. I did not need him walking across it. Stick, damn it. There we go.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Photoshop. Give me a second.
Okay, let's do this. Thing does not like to strike on the first go. Eventually I'll get myself a more consistent striker, but yeah, that's I always tell people, like, the most simplistic, like, poorly thought out way to describe my job is like certified arsonist or pyro. Look, there's a lot of really good ways to describe my job poorly. Legally allowed to play with fire.
Illegally allowed to play with fire.
It's true. I have the degree that says so.
Yep.
Well, and let me tell you too, when I was in college, getting my undergrad, there were girls in the design department, and they were like afraid to do any of the design, like the hands-on work. And it used to annoy the shit out of me. It's like, why did you go into this if you're going to be afraid of every single thing you touch? Like, I don't understand. And maybe that's just me, but it's like I knew what I was getting myself into.
Yeah, I don't... It's like you didn't fully research what's going on in your...
Well, it's like one of our requirements was to take furniture design, which is essentially woodshop. Like, you're literally working on shit in a woodshop. Yeah. And there were people who were afraid to, like, use the saws.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it was always one of those things where it's like, oh my god. It's like, oh my god, shut up. Oh my god, it's just so scary. Like, there legitimately was a girl in one of my classes that did that. Just like, oh my god, it's so scary.
Well, then drop the class.
Right? Maybe find a different major that doesn't require you to take a class like this. I don't know what else to tell you. I rolled my eyes at her a lot. She knew I didn't like her. If you haven't figured out, I'm not exactly the most subtle person in the world.
You know.
Me? What? Not subtle. Never. Yeah, or as my old coworker Barry likes to say, he's like, you don't suffer fools lightly. I'm like, no, I do not. He knows, he's seen it. I was gonna say he's experienced it firsthand, so he would know. Are you for fucking real?
Hello, I have made my appearance.
Oh, it's not even that. That's one of these settings is cracking off again.
I thought you were talking about Vix being like, aha, I am here.
Nope. Talking about this pendant being a pain in my fucking ass. I just want to set this damn thing. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Is this literally the one package I could find that didn't have 5/16 in it? Oh no, it did. Okay, great.
Oh, it's a smudge brush. Why isn't this working? I haven't played with all the brushes on here, and I'm trying to find something. Just play around with the brushes for the background.
Okay, how long of a chain does that actually make?
It's an interesting brush. Just fucking around with it. Interesting. Hmm.
Ugh. My hands are gonna hurt again.
Do the thing. Thank you.
No, how dare.
How dare. Okay. Emily says hi. Hello from my face. Good. I at one point did a background that was a forest path, and I'm kicking myself that I can't find the file for it because I was just going to drop that in and use that, but it's nowhere to be found. I was just going to use that, but it was an older picture, so like I was just going to put a filter over it and be like, well, I hand drew this, but it's not great, so for the life of me, I can't find it. Let's see.
You should tell Amelie that she is a sweet baby and I love her.
He is.
I love Mama Cat. She's so snuggly.
Finding everything but this damn background. Flint, what are you doing? Yeah. At least he answers.
My friend Steve says that there should be a fireball coming down in the background of your photo. I believe he's going for the highlight the badassery.
Oh. No, it's funny he says that because Odno actually has really bad has a bad time there was a bad time with fire and Odno.
Oh no.
Nick had a firestorm dropped on us while we were like just resting for the night.
Of course he did. It's Nick.
Yeah.
That is a very Nick move to make.
Yeah. It was like, oh.
You know, that is fair. He said, I mean, his stance just looks like, I just owned this. So, I mean, he's not wrong.
Fair. I'm trying to find. Where is it? Where is it? I am not seeing it anywhere. And I checked my Google Drive last night and it's not even there. It was funny because it was originally supposed to be for a Kay will know what I'm talking about. It was supposed to be a background for a visual novel. And to prove that I could do backgrounds, he had me draw a forest path background.
Oh,
and
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I could technically probably go through my old post, but obviously, like, I don't upload a quality. Yeah. I don't do full quality pictures.
Which makes sense.
Posting to social media, so ever decides.
It's Twitter. Twitter will nerf the quality anyway.
Yeah. That and Facebook.
Yeah, that too.
Facebook likes to do that as well. It's very guilty of the same. Let me see if I can at least find it, and then I'll decide if I, like I said, oh, there it is. And then maybe I'll just put a background, like, filter on it, despite its image quality.
Yeah.
Let's do edit, paste. Ooh, that's really small. This is gonna be really bad.
Oh, did you find the JPEG?
I found the JPEG, but oof. This is gonna be.
Oof. Oh, it's so pixelated.
Let's see how bad that is. Oh, okay. Oh. It's sized up pretty well. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. It was really pixelated when you scaled it, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I hadn't pressed confirm yet on when I moved it. Ooh. Nope. Move the layer I am on. Thank you.
Kay said, to be honest, I think that was a good concept for a game, just execution was really bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it was really good. I liked the idea. Um, a friend of ours was gonna do the art, and I was gonna do the background, like the character art, and I was gonna do the background. Um, but yeah, he didn't know.
Say no more.
He didn't know how to do contracts, and we fought like both Kenma and I fought over contracts with this guy like constantly because he was like he just didn't get it. And then we actually like Kenma's has a lawyer friend and had them look over the contract that he sent us and was like, none of this means anything. This is all bullshit. So I actually was like, hey, I found a contract for, like, we had a contract written up, send it back. And he was like, no, I don't like this. And argued with us. And it was a lot.
That's super annoying. I don't understand people like that. Well, that's why do you think I want to look through the terms and
conditions? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure like that I know exactly what's going on, that I'll be able to explain it to you. So like we don't accidentally fuck anything up.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because like I said, I would like to try that. Just to see, because I mean it can't hurt. But I like to be a little cautious about what.
Oh, 100%. Because like I looked, not that much blur, calm down. Oh shit, I spilled my Gaussian blur everywhere. Anyway, let's do that. But yeah, yeah, he wasn't happy with us because the way he wrote his contract was to us was something about taxes and shit and stuff, and it was like it was wonky, and I was like, I've never seen a contract like this. So then the person wrote up a new contract, the lawyer, got it back to us, and we were like, okay, this makes more sense. He read it and was like, I don't like this because this insinuates that you'll have full control over your pictures. And it's like, yes. And he's like, but that means I can't do any like licensing or like if I ever did, what is it? Merch, I can't use the figures. I can't use the likeliness of your characters or backgrounds. So we're like, okay. So then back and forth, and I literally was
technically, yes, he can. He would just have to ensure that you guys are being paid for your work. Like, I don't understand.
He was trying to be too official about it, and it was, but like didn't know how to go about that.
Yeah, I don't.
So, I'm trying to remember.
Steve said dollar bills talk.
Yeah.
Accurate.
But
I just don't understand people who want to go through with something like this and then not want to like pay the people who are helping them to do something. Like I've been in this argument with Quinn several times of like, please go ahead and use things that you have produced for me to like make money for yourself, and they won't. I'm like, I am giving you express full permission to use anything that you have created for me to, like, put on a streaming site. Like, I don't care. Like, please.
But, yeah, and then I ended up looking up contracts from official, like, freelance artists, what they use, and there's no bullshit. It's just, this is what you're doing, how much, this, and this, done. Like, it literally is one page.
Yeah.
But I ended up sending that to him and being like, I actually have to back out of this project, but just to let you know, this is what I found from freelance artists, like somebody who was an artist for a actual video game company, like posted it as like a help, as a resource for other like artists, so they don't have to deal with nonsense, whatchamacallit.
So they don't get screwed over.
Yeah.
As if musicians get money through streaming. Respectfully, bitch, if you don't think that I wouldn't have had any of the music that you had created for me on a fucking loop on Spotify so that you would get paid for every single play that I had, if you don't think that I would keep my computer on and open and like, playing that shit constantly so you would make money off of it, who do you even think I am? Come on now.
Aggressive support.
Oh yeah, don't, it is Aquarius season. I will fucking aggressively love you. Come at me. I am in my prime right now. Y'all are lucky Aquarius season only comes once a year because I would be unstoppable.
Okay. Photoshop.
Terms and conditions for Stream Elements sent me an email about like a sponsorship, and it looks like it's doable with how small the community is, but I want to look into like the terms and conditions to see exactly what's going on with that. We talked about it earlier. I did like that you didn't really miss much of anything.
Are you seeing these messages? Because I'm not getting anything unless whatchamacallit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I am.
What the frick?
From Quinn, yes. Steve is messaging me through Discord, which makes me believe that
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm relaying those messages. Because
Gotcha.
That's leading me to believe that he just doesn't have a Twitch account, and I'm not about to make somebody make a Twitch account. So
that's fair. I was just really confused that I was not seeing stuff.
Nah. You're fine. The only ones that aren't there are Steve's.
Gotcha. The original commission price is more than what? Net LO.
Yeah, Steve just said too many logins, which is why I'm not about to make anybody.
Yeah.
Start a new one. Like y'all can watch for free. The only thing you can't do is chat. Okay. Because I am a female in the streaming space, which means that unless I have it email verified in the chat, there's a very good chance that I could get some not so nice people. And I don't want to deal with that. And nobody got the energy for that.
Nope.
Don't get me wrong, I could sit here and rip somebody a new asshole like every single day in my chat. I just don't want to.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're struggling. Oh, poor Photoshop. Photoshop is struggling. Okay, so we're gonna be here a little while because savings at 31%. How's it going, everybody? I'm sipping my tea. I am drinking it's a pumpkin chai. It's very good. We are at 32%. This is riveting, I know. Oh, 33. Shit. So yeah. It's a Friday. That's nice. Have you had any tea to go along with your tea? You know what? Shit. I haven't. I should. I actually had water to go with my tea, which is a shock. But after the coffee, I was like getting that dry throat, being like, I need water. So while the tea was brewing, I actually got some water.
Me and my trusty water bottle.
It was big. Mm-hmm. I'm making grilled cheese and contemplating if I can get away with a cup of coffee.
Don't do it.
I was gonna say 4 p.m. It's getting close to 4, and that is my personal cutoff too.
That's otherwise not even the issue here. The man just had food poisoning.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't just.
I wouldn't, for the sake of just sleep
caution,
schedule.
I would wait until at least tomorrow.
Oh shit! It saved. It funk. Now I can delete layers and hopefully make it less chonky. Oh.
So Steve said he just brewed a cup, which, I mean, honestly, knowing the two of us, that is not uncommon, and his caffeine addiction. So...
Yo, can we... I just realized that I still on this, have the sketch on how this all started.
Steve, were you working from home today, or were you out over by, Jeremy today? Jesus! He said he just brewed himself a 30-ounce cup of coffee. I can't.
Damn. Yeah, no, when we went on our bio break, I literally, like, as I was making myself tea, I could feel my heart do the, like, caffeine skip, and I went...
Yup.
Okay, I need water before I have this cup of tea, which is black tea, which is also very hot, pretty strong in caffeine.
Okay, what black tea are you drinking?
Pumpkin chai. It's called... It's from Evil Tea. It was their Halloween brew. It's called Jacked Up.
Guess you just fucked up a link.
No!
That's fine. I can use those to make studs later.
Oh yeah, the caffeine withdrawal on top of being sick is fucking awful.
Oh yeah, it is.
Like, just you don't want the caffeine, but you know you need it because of the, like, your brain your brain is gonna just rebuke against you.
Yeah, honestly, if you can manage tea while you're sick, that's probably the best option.
Yes.
It's still got a little bit of caffeine, so you don't go through the withdrawals so bad, but, like, also.
Yeah.
It's not as aggressive on your stomach as, like, coffee is, because the problem with coffee is it's acidic.
Yes. Which is why I can't drink any kind of coffee black. I would like to. I like the taste. Like, so do you remember that coffee that Justin suggested? I think it's called...
Yes.
I grabbed a couple of blends from them. Oh,
yeah.
I'm forgetting their name. They are. Oh shit! What are they called?
I can't. So this is in succession. In succession, this is just brewed a cup, coffee, all in caps with lots of ease, 30-ounce cup. Answering my question that he was working from home today. 4th cup today, since I'm not walking 5 miles a day at the store to stay awake anymore, I need something to keep my ass going. God, what a mood.
Yeah.
That's such a mood.
What was it gonna say? Oh. I can't find. It's gonna kill me if I don't remember what it is. Hold on, they send me emails all the time because of. Hold on. Is it really just coffee black? Amazing. I'm dumb. It's just coffee black. The company's just coffee black.
Oh.
Coffee with instead of an O, it's an X though in coffee. Regardless, they have a blend called Gucci Mane. Don't want to butcher that name. Gucci Mane. Yes, and it is very good. Coffee though does not agree with me. So even though they're like this company, their whole thing is like trying to make coffee flavorful and like smooth enough to like drink black. I can't do it. So I'll sip a couple and be like, that's good. But that's all my stomach can handle. Here we go with the milk.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, no, I was gonna say you guys all know I can't do milk in my coffee, and without it, sugar in it just tastes weird. So
I can't do regular sugar in beverages anymore.
Yeah, I find if I do anything, I'll put honey in it.
Same.
But that's pretty much only when I make espresso. And that I put milk in.
So I've been drinking my tea. I drink my tea black because it's not as acidic. It's so funny. Every time I go to I went to Donut Craze yesterday and I was like, I'll have green tea. And they're like, do you want honey or sugar or anything in there? And I was like, nope. And then she was like, huh, okay. Like, what? I like my leaf water. What can I say?
Which is funny because I'm the opposite. I can't have anything in my coffee outside of like a flavor. So I tend to buy coconut flavored coffee.
Yeah.
But I have to have honey in my tea.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it for the first time in months? I can't do bleached regular sugar, so I have to do sugar in the raw. So that's what I had.
Sugar in the raw. I feel like it tastes better.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing too is I used to only be able to do that or honey. I hadn't tried sugar in the raw for 3-4 months. I went and put it in a beverage, sipped it, and went, oh no, I can't do this. And I looked, I was like, maybe did it expire on me and I didn't pay attention? Nope, it was fine. I literally just can't do sugar in my tea anymore. So I had to do what was it? Either honey. And then because I was I didn't want to have the same effect on my coffee, I did honey in my coffee, which honey and coffee is so good.
It's surprisingly really good. I was buying an oat milk and honey, or no, almond milk and honey, flat white from Starbucks. And I actually started making it at home with oat milk instead because it is the only one of the non-dairies that don't tear up my stomach. Plus, it's cheaper for me to make some of that stuff at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a thing. Is if I a part of me every day would go to pulp. and get a cup of coffee if I could, but I also know I shouldn't.
But we love pulp so much.
Yes. So good.
Sugoi.
It's funny that it's really funny to me that Spot so Spot was across, basically adjacent the street from Pulp. And it was so funny because I literally went, I'm still not getting my coffee from there because I'm addicted to Pulp. And it was so funny to go in there, like when I was running an errand to get my cup of coffee, and people from Spot would be like employees from Spot would be coming into Pulp for a cup of coffee. Like, yep.
Accurate. Fuck.
Yep.
Well, knew that was gonna happen. Surprised that was only the first one though.
Oh,
there it is.
I love
the one potential downside to making chain
is it just breaks.
Yeah. I mean this happens if you do this with fine silver too. I'm not that worried about it.
Oop. I got tea on my drawing glove. Whoops. Where's my other glove? Oh, you're here. Somewhere. Oh. This spot is the definition of okay. Fun fact, Quinn, back in August, they opened a spot in NT. It closed. That's what, 3-4 months? What month are we on?
It wasn't that long because I don't even think it was open when I was there for the wedding. So
no, they were still open. Yeah, they were still renovating it, and I didn't get to read the article why it closed. I know it's something about someone got sued or something. They got sued or something, and I'm like, I'm not surprised.
See, I don't know if it's because they were getting sued or if it was just if there was something else that the closing down resulted in them getting sued. But I don't know. I haven't had a chance to read it yet either. But then again, I think Wags just posted it when we started the stream. Correct. So.
And it's so funny because I've never been in there. I never made it that far. I literally was like, and right into Pulp.
Look, we know what we're about. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's like if I'm gonna get Pulp, their coffee is only $2. I literally put in everywhere else, like Starbucks and all that other stuff, is like $5 a coffee, $5 to $7 a coffee, and I get it because they're bigger places, they need to pay their employees. So what I do is I pay the $2 for the coffee, and then I put the difference in towards tips, because it's like. Why not? Like, they make their coffee that cheap. Like, the only reason like their bubble tea is a little more expensive is because it's bubble tea. It's harder to get more difficult to get the stuff. Also, it's higher. Like it's they got more flavors and stuff like that they can't keep up with.
Huh?
We talking ice? Yes.
I've been informed that there is an Afro House music DJ called Black Coffee, just for your information, and that there is really good tea at a place called the Honeysuckle Tea House in Chapel Hill. So that's down by me.
Okay. Wait a minute. I think I know. I've heard about it, actually.
Wait, really?
Yeah, my aunt and I have been.
Oh, I was gonna say you have family down here.
Yes, so like I remember my aunt saying that she's always wanted to go there, but obviously it's not entirely easy for us to both drop. She works like hell, so like her job is very needy.
Gotcha.
So like for us to both drop a schedule and then go somewhere is not exactly.
Oh my god, are you for real? Apparently, according to Steve, it's a bunch of shipping containers.
What is?
The tea house.
Mm.
That.
Interesting.
And well, it's gotten nicer since the way back days. That is hysterical. I've always wondered if you could open up places in shipping containers. To be completely honest with you, I always wondered if you could just mush them together and make a building.
I mean, yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's thought of that, though.
I mean, like, there's a couple of places up here that are breweries that are literally somebody's like garage that they like fixed up, put a couple of like aesthetically like the like industrial looking like light bulbs and stuff, and then just kind of like put a little kitchen, made sure it was approved, and then was like, this is my business, and you know what? Fucking go for it. Is like, right? Like, why not?
Wait, what breweries are you talking about?
All the way out in Warsaw, there's a brewery called Windy Brewery. Windy? It's in the middle, like it's somebody's like house, like next to their house. It's just their garage, like I said, and then they like built up like a couple of other sheds, like renovated a bunch of different like barns and stuff like that.
Okay.
For the brewing. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's called Windy Brewing because there's fucking windmills everywhere.
Amazing. Oh, that's like there's a glass studio my mom really loves, Hinkles, or as we've started calling it over the years, Hinkies.
Hinkies. That's cute.
They're basically just in this guy's yard. He like converted his garage into a studio. And it's like a detached garage, so like you just walk up, the studio is like right there, and like the house is right behind you. So, you know what? Arrowhead used to be like that.
Yes.
I love Arrowhead.
Haven't been there, but one of the places my brother always talked about.
Honestly, if I could afford to get like their like wine club boxes, because really what gets me is the shipping. I would be doing that every month from them, because they do just like a 2-bottle wine club subscription type of deal. The shipping is just a lot, so. But I love their rosé. They did it a couple of years ago, and it ended up being kind of dark for a rosé, but it was so good. I like had like 6 bottles of it. I think I took whatever they had left in stock, to be completely honest with you.
Okay, so let me, I have to do this in a really roundabout way because for some reason, Dean, this is like 4 computers ago, this drawing of Audino. So I was going to do a like side-by-side of like my first sketch of him versus now.
Love it, love it.
But D&D Beyond won't let me re-download the picture that I used. And if it does, it's like a centimeter big. So what we're going to do is go to my messages, because I just sent it to myself. Copy image. File new. So. No, what are you doing? There we go. Original to now.
Wow. Look at your boy.
He's got color. He's not just, I got like past the just sketch and go part.
All right. I have all my little bow ties to make my loop and loop now. The only thing that sucks about this is that I have to draw them out, and then in order to get them put together, I have to like squeeze one end smaller again. Where'd that link just go? can't fucking hold on to anything today.
What are you selecting? Are you okay? Photoshop? Okay, then. That was interesting.
Photoshop, you good?
Never. But yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Let's see if I can zoom to fit. Resize windows to fit screen. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, that's so cool.
No, it's done.
Both of those places look really cool, Steve.
I was originally going to start another sketch, but I might just do the sketch and then a little bit later. But yeah. Yeah, boy, he complete. Yeah, he is. Finally. Oh, man. That's my son. Ooh. Sorry, I went to go zoom in on his face, and instead, because the last window I clicked was Twitch, it started making everything bigger on Twitch, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, so I finally have used it. Was funny because I remembered I made it a while ago and then went, I don't feel like making another background, because a background is always the toughest on these characters because of just, I don't know if I should go simple or like detailed. And I was like, why not both? I already have this done. It never was used for anything. I still got, fortunately, I got paid for it. He actually sent me the...
Well, that part's good.
Yes, I didn't, this didn't go to waste. But also it's still mine, so yeehaw.
Okay, so this is the type of chain that we're using. Of course, it's like super tight because I haven't trued up everything, but this is the setting here, and then this is a sample of the chain. It's not moving properly, just like I said, because I haven't trued everything up, but this should be fine. This'll work.
Like, this was the one I did before that, which was somebody's D&D character. It was actually Parker's D&D and Pathfinder character. This was really fun to work on. And hi, would you like to zoom in? Thank you, Photoshop.
No.
Never. So, like, this was fun to work on. But, like, after this, I was like, I was so happy with like doing a D&D character. I was like, okay, I gotta move on to my own boy. He needs a revamp. Also, we almost had a party wipe and he survived. So
wow.
Yeah, we had a devil Abishai who was apparently a level 10 with 200 and something health. Got pissed that our barbarian was kicking his ass, so he turned to the rest of the party and just fucking vaporized us with lightning.
Dang.
And so Fish Tom was left and was like, well, I gotta kill this Abishai quickly so I can get my friends up. And then when I got back up, I was just like, you know what, this is the second time Odd Nose survived a big event. I'm gonna give him a revamp. Also, like I said, I this pandemic, I have to say the best thing to come out of being a freelance artist and like telling myself I'm fucking quitting my shitty job and just focusing on this has been that I've been able to grow as an artist, and I can finally like be happy with my art. Like here, it was like the amount of times people were like, wait a minute, you drew that? And I was like, what? Yeah,
why?
Like the other day I was like, hey, I want to start drawing more Destiny stuff. Give me like your favorite Destiny characters or even like your guardians from the game. And Ange was like, draw Cade with the chicken hot, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, I don't want to draw. I'm not 100% great on drawing because Cade is a robot. It's called an XO. And I was like, I'm not drawing that completely right now. I don't wanna. So what I ended up doing is I was like, you know what? I haven't drawn Chibi in a little while. And the last time I did Chibi art was for Ange. 2 years ago, I drew Otto as an Animal Crossing character.
Yeah, I love that drawing.
So I was like, you know what? This is and it was so funny because the night before I thought about that. I was like, I should draw my kiddos as Animal Crossing characters. I haven't done chibi art in a little while. And then it was so funny because like I had the itch to like draw, but I didn't want to draw like finish Audino yet because I was going to start the shading on stream. So I ended up going and oh, I don't know if you guys can see that because it's here. Let me open with Photoshop because it's specifically sharing a Photoshop. So I went and drew Cade, Chibi. And I did this in like and I did this and everyone's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you did this in fucking 2 hours? And I was like, I looked at the time and went, oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I not have?
Yeah. Everyone was like, what? Like everyone in the Discord was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm just like,
like every time I'm like, you post a selfie and I'm like, look at her. Look at
That's
them.
The next.
Witness them.
Witness me. But yeah, that's actually the next ordinary business is I got to redo my commission model because when I get commissions, it's either all or nothing.
Yeah.
And how I had my commissions before was basically bust, half body, full body. And then I had the option for line art, flat color, or fully shaded. And no one ever has requested flat color. So I'm like, you know what? I'm probably just going to take that out. Like, and just have line art, the the 3 options of bust, half, full, and then do that. And then I gotta set all that up. And then people were like, you can do chibi art? And I was like, yeah. So now I have requests for chibi art. So I gotta figure that out. So yeah, I gotta do that. I forget my coffee still exists, but coffee wasn't as kind of the percentage it gives to artist. So I actually switched to Fan House. I'm debating on going back to my coffee and like taking things out because I haven't updated it in a while. And then I have the print shop on InPrint, which most sites only give you 10% to 30%, not even like 10 to 30% of the whatever's bought, like the print bought. Like Redbubble, I think is only like 10%, which is ridiculously low.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
That's why I never went to Redbubble. It's more accessible, but it also has a really bad art theft problem. And a couple of other like sites do too. So that's why I applied for InPrint and I finally got it because they give you half the amount of the print price,
right?
Which is huge because that would be the equivalent to if I were to get things printed myself and then sold them. You know, because like I'd pay probably like a set price and then the when you're selling something, like you basically like tack on the hours, and then if you like, for example, have the print, like if you're a photographer or artist with a print, you normally double the price of what you have, double and a half, depending on what you feel is right.
Do you want both of these links in your command?
Sure.
Everybody gets to see my capture for a minute of our chat.
That's fine. But yeah, all the links, yes. So yeah, next order of business is I gotta sketch Mithrax from I gotta draw a Mithrax from Destiny 2. And then I gotta update my commission stuff. So next time I will be, let's see, next Wednesday, I'll have hopefully Mithrax all sketched out and stuff.
You now have, apparently I did put in your command.
On the Bird app.
Yeah.
Oh, did it run the link together? It ran the links together.
Why? Why did you do that, Stream Elements?
Stream Elements, why?
Is it because I didn't...
Oh, I see what it did. Is there was, there needs to just be a space after the backslash and fan house. Before fan house.
Alright, let's see if that worked. Hold on. Save. Thank you.
I appreciate it. There we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, apparently I had commands for both of us in there and just did not realize.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like started setting it up because I was trying to import what we had in Streamlabs, and it just wasn't working, so.
Cool. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, yeah, if that, and then we were talking about earlier with the sponsorship for Raid Shadow Legend. I'm so ready.
Legends, yeah.
I'm so ready. If I can't wait to just be an idiot about it. I'm so ready. Cause
I like
some of the like I've seen so many of the goddamn commercials on every YouTube video. I'm so ready to just be a dumbass about it. Get ready for my, because like the one guy sounds like Steve Bloom, but I don't think he's Steve. I don't think it's Steve Bloom. Like where it's like Raid Shadow Legends, and I'm like so ready to just do that voice and just be an idiot about it.
And this is why I will be reading through the terms and conditions to make sure you can be an idiot about it. Because, I said, I would like to be able to pay both of us from this shit.
Have you ever, because so I haven't watched them in a while, but Game Grumps, that was their terms and conditions. Whenever they do an ad for something, they don't take it seriously ever. And it's so good. It's so, when Lootbox was still having, promotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's just the one video was supposed to be a Lootbox. I think it's what do you have there? A grape. I'm sorry, a what? A grape. And it's a Concord. It's and then it's just this goes there and it's you fool, you could be getting a loot box instead of a grape box. And it just
Wait, was that when Barry was still a part of Game Grumps?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch Game Grumps for much longer after Barry left, because Barry was my favorite.
Yeah, it was just a grape, and it's a concord, I believe. And it's just good. It's so good. And I'm like, I'm so ready to be a dumbass about promotions. Just be unhinged. Unhinged advertising.
Just feral advertising.
Feral advertising. Yes.
Please explain your type of advertising. Feral. Excuse me?
Feral.
You heard
Unhinged.
me.
Running into the woods. You get nothing less. But nothing
feral
more.
Advertising. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, goodness.
Buddy. Oh, boy. Oh. Random thing. I just looked at this. So there's a Destiny artist who had a sale on like old content that he had, like a bundle. And I was like, yes, please. And one of the stickers he threw in is a horny on main sticker. And I'm just like,
sorry,
what?
Did you mean our Discord server?
Yeah, I'm like, who? I can't tell if I want to give this to someone or keep it for myself.
McKenna.
But
am I wrong?
No.
I love them.
Yes. It's so funny because Kenma last night posted a thing about like some what is their name? Kashiwagi? One of the characters
with the feral like cartoon react.
Just the like character on all fours and then going
Yep.
I'm like,
how about the time that we're friends on TikTok and they sent me a video and they went, oops, I did not mean to send that to you. I'm like, honestly, it didn't even faze you. That's pretty on par for you.
Yeah, it's so funny that they posted that because I actually was looking for that meme the other day because I literally was talking to Tom about how I am so obsessed with this character called Crow from Destiny 2, and I was looking for that because I wanted that to just send that to be like, this is how I feel, and then they posted that, and I was like, thank you, I am taking this is that. And then later on Twitter, I went to Twitter, I'm like, there was another picture I had been looking for that was so those pictures are originally done by a horror artist being like, this is how I feel when I draw, but people Photoshop them to have like hearts and shit to like how they feel about when they like characters when they like
the blurry Kermit.
Yeah just or
like, my favorite, the scared hamster holding the
hamster cross. Yes, and I needed that as a collection.
And it was so funny. Holding the cross is so versatile, though. I love that one. Oh, it's so good.
And it's so funny because I like after Kenma posted that. They after Kenma posted that, they just. I went to Twitter and it's like Twitter knew and was like, here's the other picture you were looking for to describe it. And I posted that and was like, this is the other one I was looking for to represent. And Kenma was like, thank you, because I was also missing that one. And it's the one.
Yes, to add to my feral collection.
The feral collection, just like it's the picture of like the hearts around the person biting with sharp teeth biting the wood.
I can't.
Like I said, all of these are made by horror artists because they originally were like me drawing my horror art, and everyone was like, BRB, got a photo edit, hearts all around. Yep, and this is how I feel about my comfort character. Done.
Accurate.
Unhinged love. In need.
Feral. Just feral.
Feral shrimping, because apparently we can't say the SIMP because fucking Twitch. Unless did they go back on that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's such a dumb rule to begin with.
It's dumb. Web captioner Pharrell shrimping. Like Pharrell Williams.
I can't.
Amazing.
Oh, we're getting somewhere with this chain. This one's gonna take me longer. That's okay though, because it'll make more sense.
Come here.
We made progress today though, so.
Oh, big stretch.
Progress.
Come here. Oh, she didn't yell at me. Oh, she's actually sitting on my lap. Oh, she ran. Oh, your commissioner's son? Please send me a picture. I'm curious. Is this the moth with the moth witchy vibes one? This would be quick.
Yeah, moth shirt.
This is... Yeah, I remember them putting progress. Hold on. Ange is asking about where I pre-ordered my game from. Because Legends of Arceus came out today. It released at midnight this morning, last night, whatever you want to technically call it. And it's not here. And I looked in my email, and apparently they had messaged me yesterday saying, sorry, it's not going to be here until like the 31st through the 4th. And I was like, okay, fine. I get it. But I pre-ordered it through the Pokemon Center itself, like their official shop, because if you pre-ordered it through them, you just got a free plushie.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah. So I was like, hell yeah.
All right. What do you think?
It's 4:30.
Yep.
Yep. Tapping out.
Shall
for
we
that?
call it?
Yep.
I kind of want to.
We're losing it. We're at the. What?
I kind of want to take a nap before tonight because tonight's the last Heart Shards episode.
I was going to say,
and I would like to be awake for that.
That is very fair. That and we had a lot. I know that it's been an up and down week, so it was a lot of whiplash of just everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been an up and down week because that's the reason there hasn't really been a whole lot of content from me this week because I've been so exhausted outside of doing the arts and chats thing because this is just so low pressure. Like, I don't need to be on fully because it's basically just you and I riffing off of each other.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a week. So, anywho, I'm gonna say we call it.
Yep. It's time.
Do you want to talk about your fan house and shit one more time?
Yeah, I have those.
Yeah.
What? They hear in chat. There they are. I have an imprint where a bunch of my photography and doodles are. I have a fan house where you can see all my work in progress and behind the scenes stuff, high quality images that Twitter often butchers. So there's that.
Frequently.
Yes, frequently, all the time. But yeah, I do the art. That's kind of neat, I guess. And then our host here, Morliser, Meg.
I make shit.
Yeah.
You know where you love her. It's me. Hi, it's me. It's Meg. Yeah, no, I was gonna say, you can pretty much find me here being a dumbass, like, 9 times out of 10. I make things. There is a chat command for me in the chat, I've realized, that has links to my store. And as I was saying earlier, if you guys find anything that you like, everything is handmade by me. And all of that goes directly to me as a creator to help make more stuff. I've been working on some smaller stuff to go up in the shop, and there will be a shop update in the next couple of weeks, I think. It's all going to be entirely dependent on when I finish a couple of these big pieces and some of the smaller bits and get photos and stuff up. But other than that, I've been posting updates and stuff on Instagram, so you can keep checking back there for progress shots and all that good stuff. Yeah. But otherwise, we'll be here Wednesday and Friday next week. I make no promises about my other streams just because of how this week was. I'd like to be back for my daily ones, but we'll see how that goes after this weekend. But you can catch me later over on Chaotic Tiefling for the last episode of Hunt for the Heart Shards. It is our finale. Hunt for the Heart Shards will be over after this. I am very sad, but you can come watch me be an idiot little angel baby. It'll be great. It'll be so good. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
Yes.
Okay, love you,
have
bye.
a nice weekend. Okay, bye.